It's Anya Light here, and today I want to talk to you about choices, the subject of choices. And I titled this video, All Your Choices Are Right. Now, for some of you skeptical people, you might be thinking, that is a load of horseshit. Because you are just spouting some hippy-dippy stuff to make me feel warm and snuggly inside. And I can totally sympathize with this reaction. I used to be the super skeptical type and used to think that stuff that sounded like this was just too good to be true and too hokey. However, I have found that this is extremely true in my life and the lives of many of my friends, family, loved ones, and clients. And I have learned that what we believe becomes reality. So I want to live in a world where all my choices are right. And so I'm sharing with you some ideas about that because maybe that's something that you want to adopt as true in your life as well. Okay, so when we think about the subject of choices, we think about the idea of what does a choice lead to? A choice leads to an outcome, which leads to an outcome, which leads to an outcome, which leads to an outcome. Choice, outcome, 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 outcome. There's a bit of a ripple effect. So we can sometimes get really bogged down in making a choice and really fearful that that there is such a thing as a wrong choice. That, oh my gosh, if I pick this thing instead of this thing, I might go down the wrong path, and that might ruin my life because I'll miss this opportunity, and then this person will be angry with me, and then this person will be disappointed in me, and then I'll lose all this money, and then I'll be homeless, and then I'll be dead. We kind of have this like worst case scenario fear sometimes playing out in our minds when we're in the midst of times of change, transition, and choices. So when we can drop into a quiet, a space of reflection, a space of meditation, a space of silence and solitude, we can feel the truth that everything in our life has always brought us learning, growth, and expansion. So, just for fun, let's do a little experiment. Think of yourself 1 year ago. 1 year ago, around the same time. What were you doing? What were you thinking? What was your relationship like with your work? Who were the people that surrounded you? What were you doing? Now think of yourself 5 years ago. What were you doing? What kinds of patterns of thoughts did you have? What kinds of relationships did you have? What was your outlets for creative expression? And what were the dominant moods or emotions that you tended to feel? Compare those to today. Now think of yourself 10 years ago. What were you doing 10 years ago? What were you thinking? What was your life like? Who were you? Who were you then compared to who you are now? If you do this kind of backward self-reflection and comparison, what you'll always find, no matter who you are, is that you are always now, in this moment, a wiser, more grounded, more compassionate, kind, and loving person. Always. This really holds true for everyone. And so if we can see that, we begin to lose some of the fear of making a mistake. We begin to realize there is no such thing as a mistake anyway. We realize that growth, spiritual evolution, is a process and that it takes time. It takes time to grow. We can't just snap our fingers and make all the things that we don't like just disappear. For me, I've been on a healing journey many years. I have overcome so many things. I have healed myself of so many chronic diseases, such as adrenal fatigue, constant migraines. I have come so far. And yet, I still have asthma. So, I have to realize that this asthma that I have is going to heal. I know it. But it's not going to be in the snap of a finger. It's a process. Each day gets a little better. I have to use my inhaler less. And in fact, a couple weeks ago, I went jogging and didn't have to use it at all, which was literally a first in probably my whole life. So, it's a process. Learning, healing, it's a process. It takes time. So because of this process nature of life, and because we're always growing better and wiser and more loving, we see that we can be released from the burden of thinking there's such a thing as a mistake. And we can commit to each choice and say, you know what? I'm going to choose this. And it's going to be the right choice. And we don't look back. We don't regret. We don't second guess. We don't say, oh man, I think maybe I should have done that other thing. We don't get tousled up in worry anymore. We just say, okay, I am making this choice and it is the right choice. And then we act accordingly with full confidence that yes, I've totally made the right choice. Awesome. Good job, me. So how do we make choices? If it's always the right choice, then how do we go about making choices? And the best advice that I can give you is follow this. This, it's good for certain things. For example, it's really good for overcoming addiction. We can look at past patterns, say, I don't like that, I want to change. And we can make the choice to change. But most of the time, this, the heart, is where the choice comes from. Even the most horrible, heinous acts committed by human beings were because they wanted love, wanted security, wanted a sense of comfort, safety, peace, wanted happiness in the heart. And as horribly strange as that might sound, all of us, no matter what choice we make, always are groping and striving and inching towards love. Some of us are very far from that goal. Some of us are closer and experience love every day. But we're all human, and we all have this desire for love, to follow our heart. It's a cliche because it's true. Follow the heart. We always hear it. So how do we do that? It's easy to say it. It's easy to hear that cliche and say, yeah, I'll follow my heart. Okay. But how do you actually do that? That is such a good question. My answer to you is do what moves you. Do what moves you. People may tell you what to do. Others may give you advice. Like me, I'm giving you advice. But if you don't resonate with this video, you don't like me, you think I'm insane or have an ugly top or whatever, you could just turn me right off. Cool. Good. No one is you. There is not another you ever in creation. There never will be. There never was. Ever. So you make your own map. There is no preset plan that you could follow. There is only this. And this speaks in the language of excitement, peace, relaxation, joy, happiness, curiosity. It may not always be thrilled about everything, but at the very least, your heart will lead you towards feelings of peace, or calm, or safety. Sometimes safety is what the heart is asking for. Your heart won't lead you into places of fear, anger, disappointment, malice, judgment. The heart doesn't lead to those places. The mind can. The mind can lead us into these places, these dark places. The heart will only lead us into paths that carry more light than what has come before. So a little mini meditation that you can do, and I love, 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 love doing this, especially if you're an empath like I am, and you could just feel the emotions of others. When we come into our own heart, we can hear what the heart is saying and what it's asking for us to do. So just a quick little meditation, just for like 3 minutes every day. Sit down, close your eyes, and just feel right here. Just feel the sensations right here. Bring your awareness and your attention right here to the very center of your chest. When you do that, you bring awareness here, you're literally activating this chakra right here, the heart chakra. And when you're activating, healing, empowering it, your heart can speak louder and stronger through those emotions that I was talking about. Excitement, joy, peace, safety, comfort. So, the heart is the map. The heart is the guide. And yes, it's good at times to have teachers that we appreciate and that we follow. Helpful coaches and therapists and friends and parents that love us, that can give us words of wisdom and maybe give us some reflections or mirror things for us that maybe we are having some difficulty seeing. Definitely, relationships are amazing. But the most important relationship that you will ever, ever, ever cultivate is that with yourself, that with your own heart. And when we are thinking about making a choice and we're feeling a bit stressed or anxious about it, the best way to move forward in making a choice is to cultivate gratitude for everything in our life. When we can cultivate gratitude and we can take the time to savor life and to say, thank you, universe, for all of this. Then we create a kind of energy around us that allows us to really feel What are the choices that are going to most quickly and easily bring about what we desire, which is ultimately joy, which is ultimately bliss? All of your choices are right. You can repeat this to yourself every day. You wake up in the morning, all of my choices are right. All of my choices are right. You're watching this video. You're the kind of person who's ready to hear this information. Teachings are for certain times in life, for certain people at certain moments. And this teaching is yours. This teaching is meant for you. I'm just here to help you tune into that. So as you make your choice, as you go forward in your life, rest easy. Take some of the burden off of your shoulders. Remember that learning, awakening, expansion, the spiritual process, it's a process and it takes time. Remember to listen to your heart, to go within and feel this right here. And then remember to cultivate feelings of gratitude for all that you do have and all the past choices that you made, that have led you right now to here where you are right now. For it is perfect where you are right now. My friends, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. Namaste.